You are listening to Waywut? This is a weekly rabbit hole podcast that goes into a variety of topics ranging from the supernatural to sports to science or anything else that we find interesting. We post episodes every Tuesday. We post on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Pandora. Please follow us on any of those. If you prefer video, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to talk to us or keep up with any random information we decide to talk about, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it's called, under @Waywut Podcast. That does it for all the self-promotion stuff. Thank you for listening, and here we go.
Why, hello there, and welcome to yet another episode where I take the wheel and drive us to another topic that made me say, wait, what? Joining me on my lap is a man who doesn't mind making good use of home field advantage at high school debates, Darrell Holiday.
First, for the listeners out there, I'm not, in fact, in his lap.
Mm-hmm.
No, you need to slow your roll, son.
No, this is how we're going to do it from now on. You're going to sit in my lap, side saddle, or like we do in a swing when you wanted to swing, go both ways.
Oh, that is a horrible idea. No, I'm not doing this. I do not consent. I will Me Too your ass.
I thought I could get my point across better if you were looking at me 2 inches away from my face.
And as a matter of fact, it was you that took advantage of home field advantage in debate, not me. That was you.
You were a party to it, so you didn't mind me doing it.
It was your idea to lower the thermostat to 50 in the room that we were going to debate it.
And it worked.
Did we win that one? Was that the one that Mr. Johnson was the judge on?
Yes, we won that one. For anybody who does not know, Darrell and I attended high school together, and we were also debate partners. And when we wanted to take debate seriously, we were really, really good.
No, we didn't take it seriously at
all. No, most times we didn't take it seriously. No, we try to come up with those asinine...
Ross Perot funding a Chinese invasion.
Yeah, I mean, it was just absolutely ridiculous, but we had fun doing it. But what we had was a very big debate in our high school, and where several teams were coming, and we knew what classroom we were going to be in before the debate. So Darrell and I would go into that classroom and take the thermostat and crank it way down. So
that was your idea.
It was genius. So we would show up right before it started, and we would have our coats and shit on, and then our debate opponents would be in there shivering, and we walk in prepared and ready to go.
Was that one of the teams from another school, or was that Natalie and okay?
No, it was a team from another school.
All right, because it was a guy and a girl, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but I just remember I was walking in with jackets and they were cold, and it was great.
You know, I'm Facebook friends with Miss Wright, so they're in the off chance that someday she decides to listen with her 2 knuckleheads that once did a fake radio show about 2 gay guys in the middle of her class.
Hey, it was great. We got a lot of laughs. She wanted to put us on the high school speakers.
We wanted to go on the high school speakers. She didn't want to put us there. She knew better. I mean, gay, where it's okay to be gay. No,
hey, it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah,
and also taught us some mind tricks. She would teach us to do mind tricks to mess with people's minds. So
pin twirling and all that.
Yeah, so your mind don't work very well when it's in the cold.
She didn't teach us that.
Oh, well, I did, and I knew it. We did, and it worked.
Well, Miss Wright, if that upsets you at all, I'm sorry. It was Jason's idea. If you think it was a really great idea, well, I helped.
Well, we could tell them what we did when we got mad about losing.
I think that we should save that for another episode.
Yeah, probably a good call there.
I mean, I'm fairly certain the statute of limitations has expired on it. So
yeah, they have a mop. I'm pretty sure they mopped that bathroom since then.
I don't want to talk about it. Not on recorded. Not on anything's being recorded. No.
Oh, well. Okay, here we go. On a past episode, I tried to decipher and use the new lingo kids use these days.
Oh God,
Some say I failed miserably.
you did.
Some say some say it was the best thing ever. The jury's still out on that.
Your wife's the one that said it's the best thing ever, isn't she?
No, like I said, we don't know yet. The jury's still out. It could be something great. I think I failed miserably. You're right. It was terrible. I tried, even though I had interviewed my kids and got firsthand knowledge. I just couldn't pull it off. I used the words in the wrong sentence. I probably mispronounced half of them. Hell, I probably didn't spell them right.
I will say I have been using them with my kids, and it drives my son insane.
But I have to. I've been dropping them in anywhere I could, and trying to use them the wrong way makes them even better.
No, I used it the right way, but I use it with like the stiffest voice ever. I'm like, seriously, no cap.
Yeah.
know?
Say like a total white boy, pronounce
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, me too. So I thought I would give them a taste of their own medicine. Instead of being hip and knowing all of today's buzzwords or stupid ass slang, what do they know about idioms? Well, an idiom is defined as a group of words established by usage as having a meaning not deducible from those of the individual words. Clear as mud, right?
Okay.
In simpler terms, words put together that don't make sense in the context that you are using them. These are sayings we all have probably have heard, but never really gave a second thought as why we even say them. So we're going to have a little history lesson on some idioms, and I even will try to give the today's slang term if applicable.
Oh dear God.
I'm going to start with a pretty easy one. It actually kind of ties in with our very first episode. The idiom is bite the bullet. We use it for getting bad news, taking a loss, or sacrifice. For example, I had to bite the bullet today and get that prostate exam.
I could see that would just just being actually appropriate.
And it kind of goes with what you were talking about in your first episode of the medical horror stories about before anesthesia, when the people they didn't have anything to
give them a stick to bite on, or
give them a stick, give them a piece of leather. Well, in this case, an actual bullet.
I mean, Civil War, they would give them a bullet to bite.
Yeah, so that's where this came from. The next one.
Wait, I don't remember if it might have been in 5th grade, so we weren't in the same class, but somebody brought a bunch of Civil War artifacts, and one of the ones that he brought was like one of the balls from like a Confederate musket, and it had teeth marks in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it had teeth marks in it because that's when I learned about where the bite the bullet saying came from. I always thought that was pretty cool.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's the first time we didn't have the same teacher together, and we were both distraught.
Yeah, I don't like to remember that here.
No, they kind of kept the same classes for all those, and for that year, they kind of scrambled it all up.
I know. Now I keep hearing that "Hello, darkness, my old friend" something in my head.
All right, next one. This one's called "It's hands down." Something we say when you're guaranteed. When you are sure or confident. For example, that doctor, hands down, had the biggest damn fingers I've ever seen.
Did you have an experience recently?
No, I'm just trying to make them correlate together.
I feel like you're expressing some trauma.
Well, the kids can actually relate to this word. This is the new word that they say now is, ONG, on God, or no cap. As kind of means the same thing.
Yeah.
In the same way.
Yeah.
The saying goes, it comes from the 19th century. It refers to horse jockeys loosening their grip on the reins when the horse had a big lead. So they would go hands down when they knew that they were about to win and to show their confidence that they were about to win. So that's where hands down comes from.
That is interesting.
Very interesting. All right. Next one. Crocodile tears. It's when somebody is faking emotion to get attention. Something that they say today is the word thirsty.
I still don't think you're quite using that one right.
I'm probably not using it right. But the way we would say it was, you better dry those crocodile tears up before I give you a real reason to cry.
Is that what your doctor said whenever he used his baby fingers?
Yeah, when he took it out and took
Those
off his glove so abruptly.
Just crocodile tears. You liked it, bitch.
Yeah, it was so rough. But it comes from the belief that crocodiles cry, but their tears are not emotionally driven.
Oh, that is interesting.
It's very interesting.
I like that.
All right. Next one. Waking up on the wrong side of the bed. It means being in a bad mood for no reason. Snappy. I'm sorry I snapped at you and threatened to beat your ass. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. We've heard that a lot.
You missed another prostate exams thing. It could have been like, I'm sorry that I cried during the exam, doctor. I must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. I'm sorry that I clenched my butt shut on your finger, doctor. I must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed this
I'll take your glove off for you. Oh. That's funny.
Nurse, did you see a man running down the hallway with a rubber glove hanging out of his ass like a tail?
Yeah. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. Well, it comes from a Roman superstition as positive forces await on the right side of the bed, and on the left side of the bed has bad energy.
Oh, I did not learn that in any of my Catholic stuff.
No, me neither.
Ha 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 ha. Thou shalt get on the right side of the bed.
Why is it a Roman superstition?
I don't know.
Who knows? All right. The next one is can't hold a candle, meaning not up to standard, unworthy, such as roadside rest areas and that shit they call toilet paper can't hold a candle to 2-ply Angel Soft with aloe.
Hold it. Stop. Dr. Smith's gentle touch can't hold a candle to bob at the choke and puke truck stop. He did a way better job in my exam.
His fingers are so much more slender.
Sorry.
It's not about the girth.
Truck stop prostate exam. I didn't even have to get out the car. Oh God!
Do they have to say Roger when they're done?
Oh man! Watch out for old Leroy. He likes to park over by the drive-through prostate exams. Baiting his mate the other day, watching somebody get examined by Phil.
Oh man!
Oh.
Is that what they call it? Loves?
You're gonna love this.
Oh my God. That's pretty damn funny. Well, the can't hold a candle saying dates back to the 17th century, comes from an apprentice who was not even skillful enough to hold a candle for his master.
That makes that, I like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another one we've all
insulting back then. It's like, boy, can you not even hold a candle?
Yeah, come here, cupbearer. They had some weird jobs back then.
Piss boy.
Yeah, they had people that would clean out the pots. They would have people that would pour people their wine. Test it before they would drink it, so they would not die.
In Rome, they had urine tax collectors.
Yeah,
yeah, and people that collect shit as well. Yeah,
comes to the saying, "Don't have a pot to piss in." No?
Is that the next one? Do you have a thing?
That's just another one.
Oh,
there's actually the saying, "Don't have a pot to piss in," because
I mean, technically, commodes are still, pots. I mean, people call them potties.
True. Potty. Before commodes and indoor plumbing, people would piss in pots. Yeah. Well, the very poor people didn't have pots to piss in.
No, they did not.
No, They couldn't have a piss pot.
Phil has to do drive-through prostate exams at Love's because before this he didn't have a pot to piss in.
Oh man, what would the doctor's name be at that place?
Dr. Phil McCracken.
All right. Holy crap, that was funny. All right. The next one, something we've all said before. It's a pretty simple one. Barking up the wrong tree. It means an incorrect assessment. You're wrong. You're barking up the wrong tree if you use roadside rest areas and that shit they call toilet paper.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
In the middle of my my drive-through prostate exam, Phil started to give me a shoulder rub with both hands. You're barking up the wrong tree. Excuse me, sir. One moment, please. I believe you've mistaken.
Although that's a great feeling massage, there's something not right about this.
How many arms do you have? I got 3 arms. All right, wait, I misspoke. How many hands do you have? Oh, well, only 2.
Holy shit. Oh, man. Well, this comes back from the barking up the tree comes from dating back to the 1800s, where hunting packs of dogs were barking up the wrong base of the tree. Pretty simple.
Sense.
Yeah, pretty simple. All right, next one. Bury the hatchet. Put aside differences. Forgive. I wanted to bury the hatchet with my longtime childhood friend.
Okay.
No, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
After Phil's surprise with the shoulder rub at the drive-through prostate exam at Love's, we buried the hatchet and scheduled next year's appointment.
No. And next week, you mean next week's appointment?
Next week's appointment. You're right. He really does care about my prostate health.
Yeah, he wants me to come back weekly for the next 6 years.
I gotta make sure. Prostate cancer is very dangerous. I have 40 regular clients. I buy at least 3 rubber gloves every week.
I'm pretty sure you know where the origin of this one comes from.
Okay.
It's from the Native American origin. When 2 tribes decided to settle the differences, the chief of each tribe buried a war hatchet to signify their agreement.
I have a feeling that was probably maybe one specific tribe or like one, I don't know. I don't imagine that was like what every Indian did.
Right. They all had their own traditions, but maybe that was a common thing like handshakes. This is how you bury a disagreement.
Maybe. Then they're like, they buried their hatchet, kill them! Anyway. Take their land, they buried their weapons.
Yeah. Bringing it back down on that one.
Whatever.
Moving on, here we go. The next one, show your true colors, being who you really are. For instance, but he showed his true colors by continuing to do hood rat shit.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Let's hear about the drive-by truck stop.
I was upset when I found out that Phil was giving Jason 2 appointments a week. He really showed his true colors.
I got green or jealousy. I got green with jealousy.
Green with envy.
Green with envy. There you go.
Showed his true colors.
That asshole.
I didn't mean anything to him.
I washed for him and everything.
I told him he didn't even have to wash for me.
Well, this comes from the show your true colors meaning, or origin comes from the naval battle strategic maneuver by lowering your flag or colors to hide your nation's identity.
Okay. Cool. I'm glad it was not racist. I was worried about that.
Not racist. And
Like,
the next one is one of my favorite ones. Is one I've actually known for a while. And you hear it every once in a while, but it's kind of an older saying. When somebody says, mind your P's and Q's, it means mind your business, keep to yourself. For instance, class, please mind your P's and Q's as I step out to smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
It comes from, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Road stop, prostate, fingers.
My wife asked why I spend $30 a week at the truck stop. I told her, you mind your P's and Q's.
And never mind why I walk funny.
What are you talking about? I walk sexy.
With the gloves on your ass. Well, this comes from English taverns as they sold their beers in pints and quarts. So during a scuffle, the barkeep would tell everyone to mind their pints and quarts, eventually shortened to P's and Q's.
I love that it's alcohol related.
Me too. Even though I order a beer, I never call it a pint or a quart. I just say I want the tall one or I want the short one.
I want the bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Well, they call them pints and quarts.
I was in Tombstone. I got a mug and it at a place and they called it their big ass beer. And so I have a big ass beer mug now because you get to take the mug with you.
Is that an exact measurement? Is that right next to quarts and pints?
I don't know. Butt ton's an actual measurement.
Butt ton? Okay.
Yeah, butt ton's an actual measurement.
Big ass.
Big ass beer. So
yeah.
I don't know how many ounces in a big ass beer, but I've had beer.
I have a conversion chart on my fridge. I could check here in a little bit to see where it's at. How many quarts go in a big ass beer?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a fraction of a quart. It wasn't that big. I've had bigger big ass beers.
Yeah, somebody's big ass beer not as big as other people's big ass beer.
This big ass beer is a white girl big ass beer. I want the black girl big ass beer.
The yacht.
With the yacht. I want the level 10 yacht.
Yeah.
You gave me level 3.
Yeah. It's just crap. All right, next one. This one is something we've heard before, and when you say it, it actually makes absolutely no sense. When somebody says it's raining cats and dogs, meaning it's raining heavily, such as, well, never mind, it's raining cats and dogs outside.
I had to cancel my drive-through prostate exam. It was raining cats and dogs. And feeling cold water go down the crack of my ass makes me tighten up too much and it hurts his finger.
At least the lube is waterproof.
Lube? Phil gives you lube?
Yeah.
He really does like you better. He showed his true colors.
Well, this comes from, one tale states that in medieval times, animals such as cats and dogs lived in a straw that made up the roof to keep warm. So when it rained, they would soften the straw and they would slide through the roof. And thus, it's raining cats and dogs.
Ha! That's about all I got for it.
Oh, all right.
It's amusing.
Well, this one's pretty interesting. This one is one for the road. One last drink before leaving. Why not one more for the road, bartender? You like to... Let's...
Yes.
Come on, it's a good one. I've teed it up for you. Knock it out of the park. Come on.
Once Phil finished, I looked back at him and said, come on, Phil. One for the road.
It's you too, but do one this time. Make it the thumb. Fuck it. Just... Holy shit. It's a great idea. In like 6 months, we're going to see a roadside prostate exam at our nearest love station.
I mean, if I'm pretty sure you know the right one. They probably already found it.
It's not called a roadside prostate exam, though. It's called something else.
Nah,
Well, this one is also from the medieval period and Middle Ages, where condemned prisoners were taken from London city jails to Tyburn Hill for execution. En route along today's Oxford Street, the cart stopped, and the criminals were allowed to have one final drink at a pub situated on that road before they were publicly executed. Therefore, the one they had was for the road to death.
well, that's nice of them.
Yeah, here's one more drink.
Yeah.
One more buzz before we go and hang you or chop your head off or
They probably
whatever we're gonna
they
do.
hung most. I think they only really beheaded like nobility.
Oh, people that can afford the blades instead of the rope.
Yup. Didn't always work out though. There's some that still had to take a few whacks at them.
Oh, yeah, sharpen that shit up if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tee one up for you again.
All right.
All right, this one is called "Give the Cold Shoulder." To ignore, for instance, all of my colleagues are giving me the cold shoulder ever since I got drunk at the Christmas party and told everyone to suck it while doing the DX crotch shop. All right, I teed it up for you.
I was really upset with Phil, and I attempted to give him the cold shoulder, but that was exactly how he wanted me.
He liked the game.
Want to play the rape game? No.
That a girl. This actually could be a new word that the kids use, or not really a new word, but it could be used as ghost. Like you ghosted somebody could be the same thing as giving them the cold shoulder. Maybe, kind of, sort of.
No show. Ghosting is no showing.
You could ignore them.
Well, yeah, you can ghost somebody on text, but that's still just kind of like, yeah, it's ignoring them. Give them cold shoulder. All right, I will allow it.
You'll allow it. 1 point.
I'll allow it.
All right.
You did good. You
Point
debated well.
There we go. All right, thank you. Where it comes from, although it is considered rude nowadays to give someone the cold shoulder, in medieval England, once again, medieval England, it was regarded as a polite gesture. After having finished a feast, the host would let his guests know that it was time to leave by giving them a cold piece of meat from the shoulder of pork, beef, or mutton.
Oh, so it was more back then, giving somebody the cold shoulder just was like,
thank you for your company. Now it's time for you to leave.
Yeah, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Standing up when you're ready for people to leave, you just kind of stand up and go, all right.
It's like whenever you're a parent and you have like your little kids having a party and you start handing out the goodie bags as your way of saying, okay, get the fuck out.
Yep.
Go
exactly.
away.
You do that whole slap your legs or slap your hands and get up out of your seat. Well, no. That one too. No. All right. The next one. This one is something we all use. To go cold turkey. To quit with no aid. For instance, I stopped smoking, but now I dip. Need that nicotine. I just couldn't go to cold turkey.
I cannot go to Loves this week. I wish I could quit him. I'm just going to have to go cold turkey. I'm sorry, Phil.
Poor Phil. Poor Phil.
Poor Phil.
Well, this comes from when people used to believe that during drug withdrawal, the skin of the drug addict would become white, semi-transparent, hard to touch, and covered with goosebumps, due to the blood being directed to the internal organs. This resembled the skin of a plucked turkey.
Ah. Gross.
To go. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Kind of gross, yeah. But when kind of damp and going through withdrawals, had that sweaty feeling, I could see it. Yeah. You scratching your shit up.
Got any of them roadside prostate exams?
All right. This is the last one I have. This one, I always thought it was a weird term, and I never knew where it came from until now.
All right.
The word honeymoon. When the time after a marriage, that everything is new, a grace period to work things out.
Okay.
Once the honeymoon was over, it was all downhill from there. This could be used for lots of things now. just whatever the newness wears off. It's
All
all about
right.
feel. Break it easy to feel.
I broke down and I went back to get my roadside prostate exam. Phil used his whole hand and made me like a puppet. It's over now.
No turning back. He used his whole damn hand.
Hi ho!
Man,
Elmo says, "Ouch!"
how big of the glove does he have to cover up to his wrist? Like
Those yellow cleaning gloves.
he's like he's trying to give birth to a cow. Trying to help.
Stop acting like you don't know Phil. You go twice a week. He likes you more than me.
Never had me get elbow deep in my ass.
Well, I guess y'all are still in your honeymoon period.
Any guesses? You don't have any guesses on where this could possibly come from?
We're at honeymoon.
Yeah, it's actually
I have
pretty
no
interesting.
Idea. All right, let's hear it.
Once again, it comes from England. It was an accepted practice that for a month after the wedding, the bride's father had to supply his son-in-law with all the mead, honey wine, he could drink. It was assumed that it made the husband virile and the wife fertile. And because the Germanic calendar was based on the lunar rather than the solar cycles, the phrase honeymoon was coined.
Okay, that is interesting.
Pretty simple.
And I do love mead. Mead is good.
Mead is good. It's kind of thick, but pretty good.
It smells thicker than it is. Kind of like how honey whiskey's the same way. You get those honey flavored whiskeys or the maple ones, and whenever you get it up to drink it and you smell it, you're like, oh, okay, I'm about to drink syrup or honey, and then you drink it, it's like liquid, and it's like, oh my God. Had been this shocked since Phil put his whole hand up there.
And that shock didn't last long. Oh, ooh.
No. Only reason I said ooh is because he was working his hand like a puppet. It was like, ooh. Like Ratatouille, you know.
Except different.
Except different.
Well, believe it or not, Darrell, that does it for this journey. Next week, I will sit in Darrell's lap and look deeply into his eyes as he tells us another topic that made us say, Waywut?
How did this turn into the gayest episode we've done?
I have no idea.
It was inevitable that eventually we were going to have like a very gay episode, but I never knew that this was going to be the gay one.
Hey, it was pretty damn funny.
Well, sorry, not the gay one, the gayest one so far.
You wanted your whole arm up your ass, or
I don't want it. It's just how it happened.
It just happened. That's everybody's story. I don't know how it happened. I just fell right on his dick. I don't know.
There's whenever the guys show up to the emergency room. Do you mind telling me how you got a light bulb shoved up your ass? I sat down and I didn't see it there, and it just.
Yep, just right up in there.
Now, see what happened was.
Yeah. So anybody out there, tell us your ass stories. Put them in the comments. What have you stuck up your ass?
Or, I mean, you can if you want, I guess. Or, let us know your roadside business ideas. Any recommendations of roadside prostate examiners? Because I'm looking for a new one.
We need some doctors to apply, please.
Oh dear God! Nobody with any Super Bowl victories.
Oh, I got a nice plot of land picked out. I wanted to make a donut shop, but this one could work.
Oh dear God! Oh God! All right.
We'll catch y'all later.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Waywut. We really appreciate it. Remember that we post episodes every Tuesday and would love for you to rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or Pandora. If you are watching us on YouTube, throw us a comment, subscribe, and do all the other things that YouTube likes for you to do. You can stalk us on Facebook and X/Twitter with the handle Waywut Podcast. Once again, thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit, and join us next time when we'll get you to say, "Wait, what?"